My name's Brian Uncles and the company is Cafeology Limited. The whole idea of Cafeology was to put ethical sourcing at the forefront of the business, and for me, Cafeology was really that business that put ethics first in front of everything else, and making sure that we were sourcing directly from producers really quality, high-grade coffee. The first country we went to was Costa Rica, and I actually met Roberto Mata. It was my first coffee farmer I ever met, and being a people person, we struck a good relationship from the word go. We remained in contact, and are delighted to say that 20 years later that we're buying directly from him, and we have been supporting him for a number of years, but this time it's totally transparent. It's a deal between ourselves, with help from the exporter in Costa Rica and Newell and Wright Transport here in Sheffield. Of course, for us, the most important thing are the partnerships, but we have to have the quality. And Roberto's business practices and the quality of coffee that he grows in the Terrazú region of Costa Rica is absolutely fantastic. What we've wanted to try and do for us, which is really important, is to limit the amount of environmental impact we get from our coffee that's coming across. So that's why we've really engaged well with getting it over by rail from the port, from London Gateway, up through to Sheffield, and make coffee as sustainable as we possibly can. So what we'll do is, when the coffee comes in, we'll check it for moisture and density readings against the original pre-shipment sample. So what will happen is that Steve will roast the coffee exactly the same specification and roasting curve as the original pre-shipment sample, so that we're then being able to allow us to cup it. And what we say by cupping is tasting the coffee. We have different measures in place in the process, which will include the dry aroma, the wet aroma. We'll check the consistency of the coffee, but also the flavour profile. Our quality control measures are vitally important at this stage, because we have to ensure that we are signing off a shipment of fantastic coffee and that it's matching exactly what we've ordered. So James, our coffee production specialist, will have a look at the coffee, which coffees he's going to be making that particular day, which he's going to be roasting. He'll weigh it out, measure it out, and then he'll put it into the silo before it's taken in, before the green coffee is taken into the roaster. We really wanted to make sure that we had efficient roasters to keep the emissions as low as possible. Once the coffee's reached its roasting curve and it's ready to leave that roaster, it then falls into what's known as a cooling bin. And the cooling bin, as the coffee drops in, we need to get that coffee cooled quickly. And once the coffee's cooled down, it's then passed through the magnet as it leaves the roaster. Coffee is then hand-packed into our recyclable packaging, and sometimes many of our clients ask for it to be put into our zero waste containers. It's then boxed and sent out for distribution on our electric vehicles. So at Cafeology, the most important thing for the business is a sustainable supply chain. I think the sustainability is huge, but long-term relationships is very powerful, and I'm very passionate about that, and I'm very proud that through this company we've been working with producers, Roberto for 15 years and a number of others for over 10 years, and that's really crucial for us. But over here as well, we have to make sure we're doing everything right. We're very proud that we have a BREEAM Excellent Standard building. That's we call it our eco roastery, with electric solar panels providing most of the power for the electric vehicles. We think carefully about everything that we do in the supply chain, in our day-to-day business practices. We feel it's absolutely vital. People are what make Cafeology. From knowing the producers and knowing the farmers and where the coffee is grown and cultivated, knowing the supply chain and having control at this side from the team of experts here at Cafeology is everything that we possibly could wish for everybody understands the products we're working with, they understand the customer's desire for perfection, and that we deliver it. And we're a very, very proud team here at Cafeology to ensure that we meet the customer's expectations and hopefully exceed them. The environmental impact across the business is something that we consider very, very carefully. But also over here, we have to think carefully about our day-to-day practices. What is that environmental impact going to be? And that's really, really important to us, and we're very passionate about it, and it's something that goes through the spine of the company. Be a sustainable business and enjoy what we do, and most importantly, sell great coffee.